Vance Joseph giving himself a satisfactory grade on his first NFL game. Of course, still is preseason. ESPN senior writer Jeff Legwold joining us. How would you grade Vance Joseph?
Well, they won, so I guess that's all you're looking for. You know, I think it will be interesting to see him work through timeouts, field position, do you kick the field goal or not? I mean, he's really faced none of those things yet, and, you know, until he does. But, you know, like most guys, he's prepared for this moment for a long time. A lot of people keep notebooks. You know, they talk about it in meetings. So I think he's ready for the regular season to start. If they have any more injuries, I think he would really be ready for the regular season to start.
Well, yeah, okay. I was going to go quarterbacks first. Let's go injuries first, though. Billy went on Thursday. Then we saw Derek Wolfe and that ankle. Thankfully, nothing too serious on that. How much of a concern is injuries or are injuries right now for the Broncos?
Well, Michael, this is why you see people want to cut the preseason down. I mean, now you're starting to hear 3 preseason games, 17 regular season games. You're starting to hear that get some momentum, and this is why. I mean, you look at a team like the Ravens. I think the Ravens are over double digits now with players on injured reserve already. And, you know, for the Broncos, you know, Devontae Booker may not be back for the start of the season. Will be close. Shane Ray will be back after the regular season starts. Billy Wynn's on injured reserve. I mean, and then, you know, Derek Wolfe goes off on a cart Saturday. Luckily, it's a severe sprain and tremendously swollen, as he posted on Twitter. But they feel like he'll be ready for week 1 against the Chargers. Let's
talk quarterbacks now. Trevor, Paxton, we saw both guys play fewer than 20 snaps on Thursday. What did you take away from either guy?
You know, both guys stayed out of trouble for the most part. I thought Paxton Lynch looked a little more unsettled, especially right before halftime. But I think they got him in at halftime and seemed to get him a little more comfortable because he came out in the second half and was a little more consistent with the ball placement and getting the ball out on time to his receivers. That's his hurdle right now, is being on time with the ball. It's almost like he sees the receiver a tick too late to get the ball there effectively. And Trevor's he's got to get the ball in the end zone. I mean, right now, neither quarterback is. They're both kind of playing par golf right now. Somebody needs to take a swing for the green.
Does it seem like neither guy is playing to win the job? They're both playing not to lose the job?
That's natural. I mean, Paxton Lynch is in his 2nd year. Trevor Siemian's in his 3rd year. These are young players, and ordinarily you don't see guys that young in quarterback competitions. Usually if you're, you know, the guy, the future savior, they just give you the job and live with it. But that's not the kind of team the Broncos are. They think they're in the playoff conversation. They want to pick a guy who's going to keep them out of trouble with that defense. So I think you're seeing the natural thing for young guys, because until they tell you you're the guy, it's hard to act that way.
A big thing the Broncos put a lot of emphasis on this offseason was their ability to run the football better. Did you feel like, I know it's only been 1 preseason game, but did you feel like they're at least making strides in that direction?
Yeah, I think they liked what they did in the run game. Now, they were not happy with the pass protection. I mean, Trevor Siemian takes a sack on the first drop back of the game, and they felt like they were a little unsettled in pass protection all night. But they have shown they're going to have an edge in the run game, and I think people, even inside the Broncos, are excited about rookie D'Angelo Henderson. I mean, you see him with the 41-yard touchdown run against third stringers. I think this week and next week, you'll see him maybe against second-teamers, and they may sneak him in against first-teamers for a snap or 2 before the preseason's out, because I think he's carving out a role.
Going into this week against San Francisco, what are you looking for heading into preseason game number 2 and in preseason game number 2?
Well, this week's about the quarterbacks. They're going to get 2 days' worth of joint practices with the 49ers, and then you get a preseason game. I think those 3 things collectively, I think they make the quarterback decision after that. I think they're going to see enough, unless something spectacular happens on one side or the other, and they feel like, okay, we'll give them 1 more week. But I think this is the week they'd like to get it settled.
Gut feeling, Trevor or Paxton? Just one word.
Trevor.
Okay, period. There it is. Jeff Legwold, the ESPN senior writer. As always, Jeff, we appreciate the visit.